Hello.
Hello. Welcome to 2BadEggs.
To 2BadEggs.
Two big bad eggs. We're Mary and Vreni here, all ready for you to listen to us.
Yep.
Ready to go.
Talk about eggs.
We're gonna talk about bad
Here
eggs.
on Eggcast.
Eggcast. Here on our Eggcast.
Welcome to Eggcast. I actually saw a book in the Strand the other day about eggs.
Really? Buy
I almost bought it. It was like a $30 book about eggs.
Worth it.
I kind of wanted it though.
Great investment for us. I'm doing a study on eggs where I put an egg on top of Little Caesars pizza and eat it. Like a fucking disgusting human being.
I can fuck with that.
I fuck with it. I'm gonna die. So, this week...
But did it taste good?
Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
Yeah, see? That's all that matters.
Fucking great. Especially if you get the bacon,
Anyways.
the bacon deep dish with egg.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can fuck with Little Caesars.
So, this week is OC, Do Not Steal.
Yep, we're gonna talk about OCs instead of talking about Little Caesars pizza.
Yeah. Well, actually, the original theme was eggs and pizza, but we changed it.
Yeah, but we changed it to talking about our OCs because they're really good.
Because they're about the same as that. So,
this week we're gonna talk about our OCs. Our great characters. We have some really good ones to share with you.
Vreni's gonna volunteer to go first.
I am.
Yes.
I think this sounds like you're volunteering.
It does it? I don't think it does.
Yeah.
I have never seen your OCs before. Not really. Not like your old OCs.
No one really has.
Ugh.
I keep them very much to myself. Because it's really, I've like, this is still a big problem for me as like a person who draws things, is like, you have like characters for like comics that you make, and like, but then I feel like there's like there's like characters, and then there's like OCs, and they're like a different thing.
It's definitely
like,
a different category.
I don't know if this is something everyone else feels, but
only if you grow up anime do you feel it.
Yeah, but I feel that they're two things, and
two different entities.
One of them are for like putting out in the world, and one of them are kind of for you. I
wanna bridge the gap someday. Someday I'm gonna do it. But not today.
To bridge the gap. So the ones that I have, hopefully I'm going to find some reference of my old beautiful art.
Oh, so
from middle
delicious.
School. Because unfortunately, I don't know if any of y'all are out there are good with computers or anything, but I like don't remember my DeviantArt username. Like, I searched for what I thought it was, and it's not there anymore.
No.
So it might be gone.
It might be
which
banned.
Would be really sad. And even if it's not, it might be banned because it was terrible. But even if it's not, all of my stuff on there is like locked. Because I didn't want anybody to look for it when I was applying to college.
Oh, you're so
cool.
I
hid all that shit away, which turns out to have been a great idea.
Really?
Having, done that at a oh my god, dude. Okay, so in case y'all didn't know, I used to work at a college that we won't name, and I used to work in an office where I happened to look at drawings that people sent to the school.
Yes, for submissions.
And people would put in links for like their DeviantArt or like their Instagram or their Tumblr, and like wouldn't think that like we'd click on them, or maybe they would, and they would be like My Little Pony like porn.
Yay!
And like Sonic OCs drawn in marker. And like that kind of the amount of it's Sonic OCs, My Little Pony porn, and Dragon Balls.
We know what you're doing, guys.
Dragon Balls.
All of my current students are definitely doing that too. I know it for a fact.
Oh, and maybe when you submit your Tumblr to a school for them to review, don't link to your porn blog right there. I mean, maybe do, but like we're gonna click on it. I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna be like, those titties could be better. They could be better titties.
And then she's gonna tell me about it, and I'm gonna laugh at you.
Yeah. So my OCs from middle school is, I don't even remember their names. but I can tell you,
You don't
like,
remember
their story.
names?
I don't remember their names. I don't remember them at all. I've been, like, thought about this for a really long time, and I was just like,
bad mom.
I am a bad mom, but it's been so long. I had so many notebooks filled with this shit, and I don't remember them. But I can tell you the basic outline of the story was I got this idea, at, like, oh god, I must have been, like, 9 or 10. I was like, okay, so there's, like, this race of people, and they're like the goth people, and then there's, like, the preppy people, and then there's, like, the punk people, and, like, the hardcore people, and, like, they all have, like, a different race, but it's, like, a fantasy race, so, like, everybody in, like, the goth world all wears, like, black, and they all have, like, tattoos and spiky hair, and, like, and there's, like, a princess who's, like, the princess of all the goth people, and then there's like the prince of all of like the preppy people, and then there's like a war, and then they fight, but then they fall in love. It's like a real like Romeo and Juliet situation that's happening.
But then there's a war, and they fight, and they fall in love. That's like
and then they fall in love.
Everything. Yep. There's a war.
And they have like 7 children. And because all of my like OCs always had 7 children.
My OCs never gave birth or had offspring.
Oh my god. So around this time, like, that I was like writing all of this like terrible garbage was also, I think, like, well, yeah, so I think I read Lord of the Rings for the first time when I was like 9. So I was, like, already, like, really into, like, deep fantasy. And I think I'd even probably read the Silmarillion at, like, the point when I was coming up with all this shit. Which, if you're a hard nerd like me, you know that the Silmarillion is, like, basically Tolkien writes a history book about Middle-earth. And it's long and boring.
Yeah.
And is filled with genealogies, and there's several appendices, and everybody's got 6 names. It's like one of my favorite books because I'm like I love boring shit.
I'm pretty
like a
sure I
terrible
have
nerd.
that.
It's so good.
I have some kind of like Tolkien encyclopedia that has like everything, and it's so boring, but I absorbed all of it.
It's amazing.
Cool.
I made up a language for these people because this was around the same time that like me and my 2 best friends in high school or middle school, we all learned to write in like Elvish. We learned the script is called fuck.
That's the name.
Oh fuck! I can't believe I forgot this. Oh, I'm such a bad nerd. Here, wait. I'm gonna Google it, and then you're gonna dub it in so it sounds like I actually remember what it's called. But yeah, so I was like super into this, and so I like made up my own language for all these people, and like their own font, and I like started like writing in it, and I got too into it.
I love you.
Bless you. It was really bad. Quenya. That's what it's called. Okay. Tengwar is the name of, like, the writing, and, like, Quenya is, like, the mode of writing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a big nerd. And then Sindarin is the general, like, language that they speak.
You're too cool. Yeah. You're so cool.
I tried to teach myself Sindarin, but, you know.
You're an angel.
So that's those are my big OCs. Oh, actually, there's other ones. I have other OCs, too. Those were my middle school OCs. And then I got, like, kind of bored of them after a while. So I was like, this is a fucking stupid premise. Like, there's no way around what a dumb idea this is. Like, you know, at, like, age, like, 13, I was like, goths and preps fighting. Like, I'm over it. Like, I don't care.
So cool.
I also had, like, stopped shopping at Hot Topic briefly for a little while then because I was, like, too cool for it. Yeah, and then I went back.
You're too cool.
Yeah. But then, so my other set of OCs was, like, it was, like, a spin on, like, Sleeping Beauty, except for it was, like, a little boy, a little prince that falls asleep.
Yes. So cute.
And when he wakes up, he's been in there for, like, 500 years.
Oh my
so
God.
He wakes up and he has, like, no idea what's going on.
Aww, I like it.
And the guy who wakes him up is, like, he's...
Did he kiss him?
He's like mouth? He kisses him. He kisses him in the mouth by accident.
Oops.
But he's like a demon,
Oh.
and they're like supposed to be enemies. But then they kiss on the mouth, and then he teaches him about things, and because he's a big nerd, and then like the prince is like a hot prince guy, and yeah, he's a sexy demon, and then they kiss.
Oh my god.
And, you know, they have to fight each other, but then they fall in love. Because that's what happens in every OC I ever had.
I love you.
Was they had to fight each other, and then they fell in love.
I love you.
You can see also the slow transition from, like, being, like, regular relationship to being, like, no, gay. Everyone in the story was gay.
So gay.
We had, like, a best friend who was, like, a lesbian, and then, like, there was some other character that was, like, in, like, a three-way relationship, I think, maybe. Everyone was, like,
that's advanced.
Like, yeah.
That's, like...
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Very progressive.
No, I was just really horny.
Horny progressive.
Just very horny.
Just so horny.
I was very horny, and I read a lot of fan fiction.
Oh, yeah, I did, too.
A lot.
So
a
much.
lot. But I never really had, like, an OC in, like, a fandom. Like, that was, like, never a thing that I really got into.
Like a Mary Sue
Like, I was never,
thing.
like, I'm gonna make, like, my own character that's
Yeah.
gonna be in this.
Oh, good. Should we transition to mine now? Because that's a great segue.
Yeah. Yep, a great segue to Mary's, which I want to hear all about Mary's Sonic OCs.
My Sonic
Oh, wait,
OC.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball OC, excuse you. Before the Dragon Ball's OC, actually, before I was I drew the fucking hyena from Lion King, and that was like as far into drawing as I got. But in like kindergarten and first grade, my mother and I, this was very shortly after the divorce. My parents got divorced when I was like 5 or 6, and it did not faze me, so don't even like pin that on me at all. My mother told me that I would be getting more gifts now that my dad wasn't around, so I was like, chill, I don't care.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so...
What a cool thing to say.
Yeah, I know. It worked. I didn't give one shit at all about, like, divorced parents. It was fine. There were 2 Christmases, and I was like, okay, cool. But so, like, around that time, my mother was bankrupt, for various reasons, and we were living in a termite-infested apartment, and it was real fun. And, I wasn't allowed to have pets because of the apartment conditions. It was more like a retirement home-esque apartment. Like, it wasn't really, there were no children around at all, which is also tributes to my loneliness as a kid. So,
yeah.
I didn't have pets, I didn't have friends, so my, like, imaginary friend OC as, like, a 6-year-old was a Siamese cat with wings.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
I know. It was very
That's so cute.
It was very specifically a Siamese cat. Like, it had to be a Siamese cat, and it had, like, little angel wings, like a little, like, birdie cat, and it was super cute. And it was my thing, and I drew pictures of her all the way up to the 2nd grade. And
amazing.
Her name was Maria.
Of course it was.
Not because I actually was going by my middle name at that age, but I actually named her Maria because I really liked the Ricky Martin song Maria.
Oh.
So.
Yep. Mary, when you edit this, can you play the Ricky Martin song Maria right here?
I think we get like
just in case people have forgotten what it sounds like.
4 seconds of it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, we get 4 seconds of Maria.
All right, good deal. But so once I turned 9, 8 or 9, like that transition phase into Dragon Ball Z, that's when I started drawing people for the first time. And I kept the name Maria, but yeah, I gave her another name later on, which is the worst name I have ever.
Good.
It's a long story. But so I drew another character that was just basically like a blonde girl with a ponytail. It was basically just me. Like, blonde girl, ponytail, white tank top, and shorts. And
yeah, I was gonna say, this isn't an OC.
It's just me.
This is a Mary Sue.
It's a Mary Sue. It's definitely Mary Sue, and that was my Dragon Ball.
This is a hard Mary Sue.
It was a hard Mary Sue, and that was my Dragon Ball Mary Sue. And this was around the time when I was like 9 years old. This was like around the time where I met my dear friend from the Caught You episode. And she was also super into Dragon Ball Z. Like, really, really into Dragon Ball Z. So we both together made Dragon Ball Z Mary Sue's. And it was great.
Good.
We had a wonderful childhood together. And that was like my first really good friend. And I still love her to this day. But so I remember it was like, I was like 9 or 10 when Shakira first came to the scene. And her first single, I could not tell you the name of it. It was like Down Under, or it was something under. I don't. Whenever, wherever. That was the name of it.
Yep.
And to me, it sounded like because of her accent, it sounded like when she said Down Under, I thought she was saying Kirunga. And I named my OC that. I named
Kirunga. What?
Yeah, my friend hated that name, and she let me know it every day.
Good for her. Fucking good for her.
That name was. And she was right. She was super right. But so I eventually, like, tried to pull away from, like, the Dragon Ball Z thing, and I tried to, like, when I turned 12, I was trying to, like, come up with my own story, and because I wanted to make a manga, I wanted to become a mangaka, and make my own things, and so I ended up with, like, 4 OCs, and it was 2 girls and 2 guys, and what I wanted to do was kind of, like, a stupid alien version of Psychopaths, the anime, where instead of, like, criminals, it was, like, aliens, and it's so stupid. It's, like, it was just too much. There was just so much detail, and, like, so much bullshit backstory, and, like, just so much shit. It was just so ridiculous, but I loved it, and I was obsessed with it, and it became, like, my thing. It became my Lord of the Rings. And, like, the 2 girls were just, like, normal humans who, like, got kidnapped and experimented on, and they basically, this was before, I think I got the idea from, like, Piccolo, like, Dragon Ball Z, because he could regenerate, and that was, like, the first time as a youth I had heard of, like, regeneration is, like, a thing. So, like, I had them, like, spliced with, like, fucking lizards or some shit, and they could regenerate their, like, limbs. They were basically just, like, fucking regenerating zombie girls, and it was cute. And then, like, the 2 fucking dudes were aliens, and they used, this was so fucking stupid, they used them as, like, body shields, or, like, meat shields.
So, the girls were the human shields?
Yes, the human young, like, 13-year-old girls were human meat shields because they could regenerate. And that was my thing.
Mary, I feel like I'm learning so much.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna edit this so it doesn't sound so weird and bad, but I don't think there's a way to do it.
Yeah, nope, I think that's just how it's gonna be.
It was around the time when I, like, got into Elfen Lied. I was really into, like, Guro growing up, so I just wanted to draw, like, a bunch of fucking blood all the time.
That's amazing.
So, like...
I mean, same, though.
Yeah, so my entire middle school life was filled with drawing aliens and girls with their limbs falling off.
Cool.
I was pretty hardcore as a kid.
Yeah.
But so, like, for some reason, like, I didn't get super into any romance, even though I had, like, a 2-girl, 2-guy setup. Like, they were
I figured it would obviously be, like, a weird romance thing.
Yeah, but it kind of really wasn't. I don't know, it was strange. It was and it wasn't. There was nothing, like, super romantic about it. It was just, like, a dumb thing and I just wanted to fucking draw it the way it was, bloody and aliens and dumb and shitty. But, I still draw, like, different variations of these characters, like, to this day. Like, I'm trying to bridge the gap, because I don't know, I think I have projected, like, so much onto these characters that they did kind of develop to have personality, to me, at least. So, like, if I need
I get that.
If I need to draw, like, a certain type of female character with a certain type of personality, I'll fucking draw the sassy girl from when I was 13. And so now...
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. That explains a lot why, like, a lot of the female characters I draw are basically the exact same person. Because it's kind of like what Tezuka does, where he has a very specific cast of characters that he just, like, reuses, like, in different comics.
Yeah.
And, like, I do that. I admit to it. It just helps me, like, they're like actors to me. Like, oh, I know what kind of role...
exactly.
I know what kind of role you've played in the past, so I'm gonna use you for this role in the future. So now I'm doing this weird John Dee and Edward Kelly comic with two of my favorite characters that I created from middle school, and I'm really excited.
Amazing.
And I hope it turns out as a thing. So I will never give up on my OCs, so do not steal.
Yeah, don't steal them.
They're my children.
One day, maybe...
I love them.
The fucking, like, garbage goth people I've totally given up on, but sometimes I, like, still like to think about, like, the gay Sleeping Beauty babies.
Oh, please. That sounds really cool.
They're beautiful. They were beautiful and precious.
Refresh it. Relive your childhood.
I want you to draw
like me.
more alien girls with their arms falling off.
Oh god, that's all I want to do. That's honestly, I have already written up 2 different news stories that are very similar to the one from when I was a little baby girl, but they're not meat shields anymore, or not as much, so it's not so weird. But it's still,
Yay.
I still want to draw weird, angry, sassy girls. Like, all the girls I used to draw were just, like, real pissed off all the time, and that's my favorite. That's my favorite kind of girl to have.
Because you were pissed off all the time.
It's true. It's real true. Real hardcore. That was my OCs.
So that's it.
That's it.
Those are the OCs.
Tell us about your OCs, please, in the comments.
Yes, tell us about your OCs. Also, support us on our the money place.
The money
Give
place.
us money.
Give us money
so that one day we can fulfill our dreams and draw our OC comics.
Our OC comics from when we were 12.
Yep. I'm gonna draw a really good comic about fairy tale boys kissing.
Oh my god, please. Oh, we should do that.
And Mary's gonna draw some ladies with their arms falling off because everybody likes that. And
I love it.
Just fall over.
It's my jam.
And
that's it.
Okay.
Subscribe
to our video and comment on it and like it and tell your friends about how good and fun we are.
And leave a cool suggestion for
some leave themes. A suggestion for next time.
Because we're out of ideas almost.
No, I mean, yeah. Tell us, what do you want to know about us? I know you guys have lots of burning questions about our lives. Because we're really interesting and deep people.
I'm a super creep, and you need to know about the weird shit.
Yep. Oh, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going wrong here. So thanks. We'll see you next time.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.